This is the most profound act of humility and love. The most profound self-gift, self-donation of Christ giving to us, of God reaching out to us. You know, God doesn't just say, I love you. He screams, I love you! As loud as he can. And this is what's happening in the Incarnation. This is the true nature of Christmas. It's in the sincere gift of yourself that we find ourselves. In truly giving of ourselves in the deepest sense. Like my aunt. She didn't have any interest in giving me a certain toy. She just wanted to give to me. She wanted me to be happy, to be fulfilled. And she recognized that what was going to fulfill me was, a trite video game, a toy or something. And so, she condescended to me and gave me those things. But at the same time, where her heart was, it didn't matter what I wanted. It didn't matter. She just wanted to give it to me. She just wanted to bless me in such a deep, profound way. That's the true meaning. And I think approaching this holiday season, we can spend some time meditating on this. Because like I said, none of us are perfect. I'm not perfect, I started to give it at 12, but I still don't get it. I'm still disappointed when I get that gift that I'm not going to use. I'm thinking, what am I going to use this for? My heart's still not full. So we can really deeply meditate on this. And I can never talk about the Incarnation without also talking about the Passion. So this is the note that I want to close on. I don't want to be a huge downer. So there's going to be a surprise after I talk a little bit about the Passion. Because the good news of the gospel wasn't just that Christ came to us, made this greatest act of humility and love to us, but that God also then died for us. He did redeem us. What happened on the crucifix was the most horrific death. And just like God didn't have to become man, God didn't have to become crucified. He didn't have to be crucified. He's all-powerful. He's infinite. Once again, Christ could have just snapped his fingers in obedience to his Father, and his perfect act of obedience would have redeemed our imperfect act of disobedience. That's all it would have taken, just the choice of God to redeem us. Any act of obedience on the Son's part would redeem us. So Christ didn't need to be crucified. But why did he accept crucifixion? Why did he choose crucifixion? The ancient Christians would call the crucifixion the sign of our salvation, the sign of salvation. It's a sign of God's love. He chose the crucifixion because, once again, God doesn't just whisper, I love you. He screams it at the top of his lungs, as loud as he can. He chose the crucifixion so that every time we doubted whether or not he loved us, whether or not he cared for us, whether or not he desired us, all we had to do was look at the crucifix. Just look at the crucifix, and there's your proof. He didn't need to do that, and he did it for you. And there's such deep imagery here of what happens to Christ. I think in every way that God gave to us as human beings in salvation history, were ways that we dared to take from Christ in his crucifixion and death. Right from the beginning, God started to show his love and care for us. He provided for us in the garden when we were disobedient to him. In the fall, eating the fruit. And Adam and Eve realized that they were naked and were ashamed, so they clothed themselves with fig leaves, with leaves. They covered themselves. And it says that Christ then provided them garments made from animal skins. From that first moment, even though Adam and Eve fell, God continued to reach out to them in love and clothe them. What happens to Christ in the crucifixion? In one of the stations, the guards strip him naked, expose him to shame. Christ came and gave us life. God gave us life. The Creator gave us life, and the creature kills the Creator. The Creator gives us clothes. The creature strips the Creator. The Creator gives us dignity. The creature exposes the Creator to shame. So you see, and you can spend all day thinking about this and just making connections. Just make more and more connections and do it. Let it sink deep in your heart. Because it might make you feel bad. I'm not going to guarantee it's going to make you feel good. Because the crucifixion is a gruesome thing. It's not pleasant. But by doing that, we can begin to realize what this really means. It's in making a true gift of ourselves that we find ourselves. I was lost in my gifts. My emotions on Christmas Day completely depended on my gifts that I received. And the great thing is, if I embrace Christ's redemption, if I embrace His love and allow these mysteries to transform me, my emotions, my feelings, how my day goes, doesn't depend on these material things, on these weak, empty pieces of plastic, or paper, or wood. But my emotions, my feelings, how good my day goes, is dependent on God's love for me. And that God's love for me is expressed to me through the love of my parents, the love of my relatives, the love of my brother, the love of my friends, all the gifts that I have. And so instead of focusing on the pink bunny costume I have to wear, or the tuna sandwich that's rotten, like the 2 videos we watched, or that book that I got that I didn't want at all, it doesn't matter if I don't need those things, because I become satisfied. I become satisfied with what's already been being offered to me. And what's been being offered to me from the beginning of time, right from the beginning, is love, is God's love. Adam and Eve, right from the beginning, they had God's love. All the chosen people throughout salvation history had God's love. In Christ, we see the expression of God's love. And in all the blessings of our life, we see the expression of God's love. If we truly open our hearts to the deeper meaning of Christmas, it's in giving of ourselves that we truly find ourselves. And I think we can begin to realize that we're loved, that we are truly loved. And it's there that we can truly be satisfied. It's there that we can truly have peace, have rest. All those longings that we thought those gifts might fill in our hearts can be filled all 365 days of the year, not just on December 25th. Thank you. Okay, surprise time. Go get your shoes and come back.
What?
As fast as you can. So you all got some kind of goodies in your shoes, both healthy stuff and candy, which is also healthy, just good for the soul. So this isn't from me, this is from the Veritas core team. I'll give you my idea. So know that the core team loves you and appreciates you being here. So Merry Christmas to you all. And this meeting is the gift that keeps on giving. Because you're going to hear from one of our wonderful core team members, Szymanski. She's going to give us a little witness about her experience of this Christmas, her experience of this Christmas spirit that I've been talking about. And she's ready to say it.
She knows the true meaning.
My roommate has been counting down the days to Christmas since 125. I came back to my room one day and there was a countdown on my door. Every day she would take off the sticky note and put a new one on with the new day. And right now it's at 24. But when I got back, I was like surprised when I saw this countdown on my door. exchange, and you'd pull your name out and buy for the person's name that you pull up. And every year, I remember opening up my present and always getting a gift that I didn't really appreciate because I remember thinking, like, gosh, don't these people know me and know what I want? Because it was always a gift from, like, a second cousin or someone who didn't know me that well because we only saw each other, like, once a year. But after my great-grandma died, I think it was my freshman year of high school, we stopped getting together for Szymanski Christmas. And I remember that year, my mom was thinking about planning it, and we would get together somewhere else at a different place. And I was like, Mom, are you gonna send out invites, and are we gonna plan this? And we just didn't do it, and my family didn't get together that year. And I didn't think I would miss it that much, but I remember that I did. And I guess it was more that year that I realized that maybe it was my fault that my family didn't know me that well, and that maybe if I would have been more of a gift of myself to my family, like Andrew was saying, that maybe they would know me better. Because I remember getting together for Christmas, I would always talk to the cousins that I knew, and that I knew better, so I knew what to talk about with them and what was going on in their lives. And I never really talked to the cousins that I didn't know, and it was sort of like family sticking together. So that year made me realize that maybe I should be a better gift of myself to my family. And then I think when I was thinking about how to relate it to the real meaning of Christmas, I looked at the manger scene and how we all are like Marys and Josephs and wise men and shepherds. When Joseph, on the road to Bethlehem, he couldn't afford a horse for Mary. He got a donkey. And they couldn't afford to get an inn. Jesus was born in the stable. And the presents I got weren't always what I expected, but Joseph still provided for Mary, and I was still provided for with those presents. The people still loved me, and Joseph loved Mary because he still provided for her. And at the time when Jesus was born, Israel they didn't get what they expected either. They expected a warrior king, a big savior to come in and save them from the Romans who were controlling them at the time. But they got a baby in a manger as their savior. They didn't get what they expected either. So I guess at Christmas time, what we should really think about is not getting what we want. We shouldn't think about getting the best presents or having the best choir to sing at Christmas Mass. What we should think about is being a gift of ourselves, because it's not about the presents. It's not about giving the best presents to other people, but it's about giving ourselves and giving love to the people that are around us.
Yay.